Now, the next command we are discussing is tr command. Tr command in Linux stands for translate and is used to transform or manipulate characters in text. It reads data from the standard input, perform character operations, and write the results to the standard output. Unlike many other commands, tr does not take file name directly. Instead, it usually works with pipes. Now, I can show you the pipe. This is the pipe symbol. This one is a pipe symbol. Got it? Like his tr command does not take file name directly. Instead, it usually works with pipe or redirected input. This command processes text character by character, which make it very fast and efficient for simple text transformation. This is the syntax of this command, like putting the dollar sign, then tr, putting the options, set1 and set2. One of the most common use of the tr command is character translation, where one set of characters is replaced by another set. Uh, for example, the command tr a to z, or we can say there's capital A to capital Z, convert all the lowercase letters into uppercase letters, while tr capital A to capital Z to small a to small z, convert uppercase letter into lowercase letter. This is useful when formatting text file, cleaning input data, or normalization text for further processing. It is often used in a script to standardize user input or log data. Another important feature of the tr command is deleting unwanted characters using the -d option. We are talking the options here. That means we are using -d option. Now the first one, firstly you just type the command tr options set1 and set2, converting lowercase to uppercase, as I told you before. This is useful when formatting text file, cleaning input data, or normalization text for further processing. It is often used in a script to standardize user input or log data. Another important feature of the tr command is deleting unwanted characters using the -d option. Now, this is already mentioned here. Unwanted characters, like you just write echo hello 123 word using pipe sign, then tr -d 0 to 9. This is used for deleting digits 0 to 9. With this option, specific characters can be removed from the input text. For example, that I already mentioned here, tr-d 0 to 9. Remove all the digits from the text, while tr-d, if I just write all the vowels like a, e, i, u, I, o, u, remove all the vowels. This function is helpful when filtering unnecessary characters from data files or preparing text for analysis. Now, the next one, the, the tr command can also compress or squeeze. If you want to replace the characters, like if you type the command echo banana apple using pipe command, then write tr, you can replace a to o. So tr command is also used for replacing the characters. Now the last one, tr command can also compress or squeeze repetitive characters using the hyphen s option. This option replaces multiple repetitive characters with a single occurrence. Like, for example, we are mentioning here tr-s will replace multiple spaces with a single space. This is especially useful when cleaning text files that contains irregular spacing or formatting issues. Another useful option is -c, which work as complement of the specific set of characters. This means command will apply the operation to all characters except those mentioned. For example, if I just use this command, tr-cd 0 to 9 will keep only digits in the output and remove all the other characters. This feature is useful when extracted specific types of data from text stream. Basically, the tr command is widely used in shell scripting, data cleaning, and text formatting tasks in Linux environment. Sorry. As we are using the same tr command and sed command, both are the same, have some differences. Tr command is used to translate and squeeze, and sed works on edit lines in a file. TR work on standard inputs and SED work on standard input. TR is used for making a task simpler and faster, and SED is more powerful and more complex. You can read this image very carefully. This is very important. Now we are moving to the next command is TEE command. This command is used to read data from standard input and write it simultaneously to standard output and one or more files. If we are saying in simple words, it allows user to see the output on terminal while also saving the same output to a file. The name T comes from the T-shaped file fitting, where input flow in one direction and it is split into two option outputs. This command is very useful when user wants to store command results in a file without losing the display of the output on the screen. The basic syntax of this command. Here is the basic syntax of this command. Like you are putting tr option set1 file and other files name. When command output passed through T using a pipe symbol, the output is displayed on the screen and also written into the specified file. For example, the command ls, the command, if you are writing any command, like here's it, here this is the command, tr option set1, set2, will display that list of files in the terminal and also save the same list in a file named output.txt. Got it? If you write echo hello world pipe using then t command, then putting the output.txt file is helpful when user wants to keep a record of command output for later use for documentation. One important option used with the T command is hyphen A. Hyphen is used for append mode. Normally, when T writes output to a file, it overrides the existing content of the file. However, when the hyphen A option is used, the new output is added to the end of the file instead of replacing the existing data. For example, if we are typing ls pipe symbol then T command hyphen A logfile.txt will append the new log files to the file instead of deleting the previous content. The tk command is also very useful in shell scripting and debugging programs. Developers often use it to capture intermediate output of command while still allowing the script to continue processing of the data. This helps in analyzing program behavior and keeping logs of the command's outputs. It is also commonly used when generating reports or storing system information. Another advantage of the D command is that it can write the same output to multiple files at the same time. Like the fourth option, send output to multiple option. This is a very important advantage of T command that it can write same output to multiple files at the same time. For example, if we write echo log this using pipe symbol T and putting the file name, it will display the output on the screen and store it in both files simultaneously. This feature is helpful when the same data needs to be stored in different location or files for different purpose. If we are summarizing this command is very useful, powerful and flexible utility in Linux that help user split commands output, display it display it on terminal and save it to file at the same time because of its usefulness in logging, debugging and data processing. It is widely used by system administrators, programmers and Linux users to manage and record command output efficiently. You can see here all the options we are using with T command like hyphen A and hyphen I is ignored interrupts. You can also use T instead of comparison command. Both have some differences. You can read here. Now we are moving to the next command. This is called FTP command. Like we already know is FTP is a kind of protocol that is basically used for file transfer protocol. This command is in Linux used to transfer file between two computers over a network. It allows user to upload file from a local computer to a remote server or download file from remote server to their local system. The FTP protocol work on a client server model where the user system act as the client and connect to an FTP server to exchange file. This command is widely used for sharing files, maintaining websites, and transferring data between systems connected through a network or the internet. To start an FTP session, The user type the command ftp hostname or ftp putting the IP address. After connecting the system, usually ask for a username and password to authenticate the user. Once logged in, the user can perform various operations such as listing files, uploading files, downloading files, and navigating directories on the remote server. For example, command the command get file name is used to download a file from the server, while put file name is used to upload a file to the server. The FTP command provides several useful subcommands that help manage files and directories on the remote system. For instance, ls lists the files available on the remote server and cd change the directory on the remote machine and lcd changes the directory on the local machine. Here's so many other options we are using with FTP command like -d for debugging, -g for globing, -i turn off interactive prompts, and -v for verbose on show all response from remote server. This command makes file management easier during an FTP session. Another important concept in FTP is binary and ASCII transfer modes. ASCII modes is used for transferring text file, while binary mode is used for transferring programs, images, or other non-text files to prevent data corruption. User can switch modes using the ASCII or binary commands during an FTP session. Here, this is the basic command. Like if you are putting FTP option, putting the name of host, and also you can use here for IP address. Like here has some basic options like open, connect to a FTP server, user, login with username and password, ls, list file in current directory, get, download a file from FTP server, put, upload a file to the server, mget, download multiple files, mput, upload multiple files. You can also write the commands for uploading file to a server like putting the file name here. Overall, the FTP command is an important networking tool in Linux used for transferring files between systems over a network. It provides a simple interface for managing remote files and directories that is commonly used by system administrator, developers, and web administrator for uploading websites, backing up data, and sharing information between computers. Here, all the things are available in this image. You can read this image carefully. The difference between FTP and STP, the one of the most important difference is FTP and STP. STP is secure and features. STP is work on SSH shells and secures. STP encrypt all the data transfers and FTP transfer data unencrypted. FTP uses plaintext password and FTP follow-up telnet and not is basically secure. Now the next command is telnet command. Now this command is used for networking utility used to connect to remote computer over our TCP/IP protocol. Basically, TCP/IP protocol is used for maintaining the communication between client and server. It allows user to remotely log into another system and interact with it through a command line interface. Telnet work on a client-server architecture where the user system act as the client and connect to a remote server that is running our Telnet services. Once the connection is established, the user can execute commands on remote machine as if they were directly working on computer. The basic syntax of this command is using telnet open and putting your IP address and whatever the client IP address. When the command is executed, the system attempt to establish a connection with the specified host. If the connection is successful, the remote server usually prompt the user to enter a username and password. Here is it for authentication. After logging in, user gain access to the remote system and can perform various operations such as managing file, running the programs, checking system status, and performing administrative tasks depending on their permissions. In this command, we can say that it is used with a specific port number to test network services. You already know the port number like something that's HTTP 300, 8080. These kind of port numbers allow user to check whether a particular service is running on that port. For example, system administrator may use Telnet to test connectivity to web servers, mail servers, or database servers. This features makes Telnet useful for network troubleshooting and diagnosing connectivity problems. Telnet also supports several internal commands and options that help manage the remote session. During a Telnet sessions, user can configure settings such as terminal type, eco mode, and connection parameters. It also supports interactive communication between systems, allowing user to send commands and receive responses in real time. Because of this compatibility, Telnet was widely used in earlier days for remote system administration, remote login, and network communication. However, Telnet has a major limitation in terms of security. All data transmitted through Telnet, including username, password, and commands, is sent in a plain text without encryption. This makes it vulnerable to security threats such as packet sniffing and unauthorization interception. Due to these security risks, Telnet is now largely replaced by SSH, that means Secure Shell, which provide encrypted communication and secure authentication. Despite all those, its Security limitations. Talents is still sometimes used in controlled environment for testing network connection, debugging network services, and learning networking concept. It remained an important command in the history of Linux networking tools and help user understand how remote communication between system works. Now the next command is write command. Write command is basically is similar kind of thing like similar to email. And this command is used to send a message directly to another logged in user on the same system. It allows user to communicate with each other through the terminal in real time. This command is mainly used in multi-user system where several users are logged in simultaneously. With the help of write command, one user can send text messages to another user terminal without using email or external messaging application. The basic syntax of command is write and write your username. When this command is executed, the system checks whether the specified user is currently logged in. If the user is active, the sender can type message that will immediately appear on the receiver's terminal screen. The communication continue until the sender ends the session, usually by pressing Ctrl plus D. This command provides a simple way to communicate between user working on the same Linux machine. In the system where a user log in from multiple terminals, logged in from multiple terminals, the sender may need to specify the terminal name along with the username. The syntax becomes write username terminal. For example, write user1 send a message specifically to the terminal pts slash 2. Like this is the pts2 like server 2 use that used by that user. The command who is often used before write to check which user are currently logged in and which terminal they are using. The write command is commonly used by system administrator and users in shared computing environment to send quick notification or instructions. For example, administrator may inform user about system maintenance, server shutdown, or updates. Since the message appears instantly on the user's screen, it is an effective method for immediate communication. Write command has another very important feature is that user can control whether they want to receive message or not using the MESG command. They disable receiving messages from other users through the write command. If they type MESG Y, they allow messages again. This helps user maintain privacy or avoid interruptions while working. Although modern systems often use chat application or messaging platform, Write commands remain an important tool in Linux environment as well as in Unix environment for direct terminal communication. It is simple, efficient, and useful in multi-user system where quick interaction between users is required. Thank you.